What's up guys, Superfly here. Today we're back again with another video review. We're going to be reviewing the Transformers Legacy United Autobot Stand United 5-pack. Now this is a first for the channel because I've never reviewed a multiple figure type set. I mean, the closest it was Blaster and Eject, but that doesn't count because you got 5 deluxes here. And I mean, today's Hasbro standard of deluxes. Let me focus that shot in there real quick. Yep. So before we get started, I will say that these are all repaints of previous molds. The same character with the exception of Hound. Hound is not a new figure. He's more of a pre-paint. There was a situation with that. They ended up painting him as Detritus. I'm not going to get into detail with that. Something about Target and Hasbro, this and that. That has nothing to do with me. We're going to get started now. Now, the first figure in this collection we'll be talking about is the Deluxe Class Jazz. Now, as you see, he is a repaint of the Studio Series 86 Jazz. I believe that was the first one in the toy line. I can't remember. All I know is he was my first from the Studio Series collection. And yeah, the painting and the sculpting is absolutely beautiful. He's got the racing stripes, like more G1 accuracy. And you know, one thing I'm gonna come back to when we get to comparisons, there is no translucent plastic, transparent plastic, and that's gonna be a recurring theme throughout this video. But yes, there is Jazz. All right, now here's Wheeljack. This paint is very different from the Earthrise / Kingdom version of this mold. He looks great, very G1 accurate, and that's Wheeljack. Now Trailbreaker, he's along the lines of my favorite, but he's a nice little mode. He kind of reminds me of a GoBot, just the way he looks. And his paint job is obviously G1 accurate with the old Allspark blue plastic is what they call it. The shoulder cannons, the missile launcher, stuff like that. The hand cannon. And just overall, he's just a good looking figure. And that's Trailbreaker. Here's Sunstreaker. Of course, Sideswipe's brother. He's also another one of my favorites. He looks good overall. The yellow, there's no yellow paint on him, so there was no need to try to paint match anything. They got his arms painted silver right there. The blue plastic I was telling you about. And he just looks pretty good. He looks like Sunstreaker. He looks like he hates humans. Just like a lot of us. And now Hound. I'd say he is my favorite out of the line. I really don't know why. I think it's because we were spoiled with Detritus, and this is just a great mold. Of course, they couldn't license the Jeep there, so they had to horizontalize it. It's got, it's pretty accurate. Even that's pretty G1 accurate right there. It's got the shoulder cannon and everything, and that's Hound. Now we're gonna be talking about weapons. Now Jazz here, he comes with his little rifle. Let me see if I can focus that. It comes with this little small rifle here. Came with the Studio Series Jazz. Also came with this one. Every Jazz repaint there is, and it's a pretty cool weapon. You can plug it in and you can hold it like a gangster, like a boss. Now, Wheeljack, on the other hand, he's got the nerve to come with not only just his shoulder cannon. I'm gonna say it in Wheeljack's voice. Not only just my shoulder cannon, but I remodified Elite One's blaster here. And it's pretty cool that he comes with an actual gun that you can plug into his hand, and also his shoulder cannon. Therefore, it makes action posing a lot more easier and better, so you won't have to pick through your weapons bin to try to put a weapon on Wheeljack, and I love that. I love that for all the figures. Trailbreaker, of course, he comes with his weapons that are already on top of his on his back, but also comes with his hand cannon. Get that focus there. Get that focus there. His hand cannon. It plugs into his left hand, just like that. Now, that's for G1 accuracy, and also this can come off of his back. The God, I forgot what these are called. The truck bed roof. I forgot what it was called, but you can plug it into his arm like a shield. But who's gonna do that? I'm not. Sunstreaker here, also pulling a Wheeljack. In the original mold, he came with his back blaster, which of course plugs in here. But now he comes with Elite 1's second cannon, the secondary blaster. Plugs in right there, which is pretty cool because when you have Elite 1's weapons, you can't have one without the other. And now for Hound, he's got his shoulder cannon, plugs in right here. Well, let me show it to you first. Got a shoulder cannon and his pistol. Whoops, that was a mistake. Sounds like Mirage when I said that. You put that there, and then you put the shoulder cannon here. There's Hound's weapons. And now for articulation. His shoulder goes 360, goes up, down, just like that. Bend at the elbow, goes like that. Transformation joint, up, back, leg, spread, knee bend. Still got the problems from the original figure, but his knee can go all the way, I think. It's a little tighter on this one, which is good. Okay, it can go at a 90. Ankle pivot, toe bend, and 360 at the head, and he's got a waist swivel. Wheeljack, he's up, back at the leg, waist swivel, knee bend, limited ankle pivot. His toes can do that. Limited shoulder joint. If you move his wings out the way, it can go. It can't go all the way. Bicep swivel. Oh, that can't go all the way either. Yeah, bend at the elbow, wrist swivel, and ball joint at the head, and can go all the way if you give it a little bit of finesse. And also, Jazz has a bicep swivel too, if I hadn't mentioned that. Now, Trailbreaker's articulation is kind of funny, only because of the fact that his door wings, his fins, whatever you call them, they go with it, and it doesn't go all the way. But if you do it like that, for some reason, I just found that out as I'm reviewing it. I'm not gonna keep doing that, but you can go up, down, bicep swivel, elbow bend, wrist swivel. I'm gonna do it with the other wrist. Wrist swivel. He has a waist swivel. I love the way these legs are, along with Wheeljacks and Sunstreakers. And they're segmented hips, so they go up, not so back, and spread out. A double jointed knee was for transformation, and an ankle pivot. Oh, and a thigh swivel, which all the other figures have, and I forgot to mention that. Sorry. Sunstreaker. He's got the shoulder joint that goes all the way up, down, bicep swivel, elbow bend. He doesn't have any wrist swivel, which is unfortunate. Head can do that along with Trailbreakers. Waist swivel. He's got a tight leg. I don't want to break it. It can go back and forth. Knee bend, ankle, toe pivot, ankle pivot, go all the way. And that's Sunstreaker's articulation. And now for Hound, he's got front kick, back kick. He's got a full waist rotation. He's got a swivel at the shoulder, bicep swivel, elbow, wrist swivel, thigh rotation, and knee bend. Oh, I can go more than 90. And then an ankle pivot. This on my copy it does that, but it's okay. And on both, that's weird. Oh, and the shoulder cannon can do that. And that's Hound. Here's Jazz next to his Studio Series 86 counterpart. I got a little bit of paint on him, just to mod him up a bit. But you can see there's a clear difference, no silver paint at all. Actually, I just peeped that. So no silver paint. It's all matte, glossy gray. He's got the racing stripe on his ankles. And I'm glad, I'm glad they got rid of this. As much as I treasure this figure, I'm glad they got rid of the clear plastic and went with the opaque. And he looks, he just looks more G1 accurate. I had repo labels on this guy, and I took them all off to make him look more G1 accurate, and that was way before they even came out with this one. And so sad to replace that one. We had a good run. Here's Jazz also with Blaster, two of the coolest Autobots known to man, as far as I know. These are my favorites. I love Jazz and Blaster. And my favorite duo is Trax and Blaster. But when you put Jazz and Blaster together, it's a different thing. Here's Wheeljack next to Wheeljack. As you can see, there is a stark contrast as far as paint. This is more G1 accurate, and this is, I don't even know what to call it. Still looks like a good Wheeljack, honestly. But, for me, I'm a G1er, but I'm not a hard G1er. Like, I'm not going to say G1 over everything, but I just love G1, so I'm just have to go with this one. Here's Wheeljack with his science bro, Ratchet. They built the Dinobots together. I have a Dinobot movie coming up. Stay tuned for more. And that's all you need to know for now. Here's Trailbreaker next to 86 Brawn. Here's Sunstreaker next to his brother, Sideswipe. Excuse the paint job. I'm working on a little custom here. But yeah, they look good together. The little jet judo. And of course, I can't go without having Hound next to Kingdom Mirage. They were, I guess they were kind of friends in G1, something like that. But yeah, there's them two together. And now on to Transformation. Alright, so here's Jazz in his unlicensed but clearly licensed Porsche 935 mode. He's pretty cool. This is a minor problem that everyone has, but it can easily be fixed. I would just say if you have the pack and if you know, you know. But besides that, even the feet look like the back of the Porsche 935. But I love it. You know, they got the 14 there, but I'm probably going to rub that off with some alcohol and just keep the 4 because Jazz's car number was 4. He does have weapon storage. I believe this is his only port at the top, unless you count the feet, but who's going to open this? I made it work. Well, the weapon goes here, but you know, we're not gonna do that. I like my Porsches with a clean roof, but that's Jazz. Here's Wheeljack in his Lancia. Can't remember the race car name. I would say a Lancia 638, but the car guys are gonna hate me. So this is Wheeljack in his Lancia race car. He does have weapon storage for both of his weapons, or should I say him and Elita 1's weapons. So you can put the gun right here. It's a very loose peg. And you can put this right here, or vice versa. That one's more tighter, and this or right here. But like I said with Jazz, our race cars do not need weapons. Now here's Trailbreaker. He is, I would say, a Toyota pickup. You know what they used to call the old Toyota Tacomas. Actually my dream car, but I say that because of the red, yellow, orange and yellow stripes. I'm surprised they got away with that. Maybe that's not a Toyota license, but that's actually pretty cool. I've always wanted a Toyota, so this is like my go-to transformer. But also his weapon storage is pretty interesting because first you got the generic on the bed roof. I forgot what this is called. Oh my goodness, and I want a truck. But here's my little thing right here. You guys probably did it with Earthrise when it came out. But I opened his arm up like that, and then I put the peg in right there, and then I just kind of finagled it in there, and now he has a grapple, a blaster, whatever you want to call it, but it's something there. Maybe it's Trailbreaker. He's smoking a little cigar. But yeah, there's Trailbreaker. Now I'm gonna be hypocritical. I actually like it. Here's Sunstreaker in his Lamborghini two-touch mode. It's crazy. I was going to say Centenario, but that's Hot Rod from the last night. As you can see, they got the painted silver right here to make it look like a spoiler. I am going to get the upgrade kit. But also, he's just pretty cool. You know, he rolls. All of my figures roll, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that about that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about Sunstreaker. Oh, I forgot weapon storage. He can put his gun on either one of these ports. And now for the final contestant of the show. Spike, what are you doing here? I know you and Hound are best friends, but I don't need you. Sorry about that, Hound. Yeah, here's Hound in his Jeep mode. He's got the ports here to put weapons, but I'm actually not even gonna show you his weapon storage the normal way, but I'm gonna show you my way. So here's what I do. Take out his right arm, and then I plug it in right here. There you go. Now he's got a little afterburner, and that's gonna stay just like that. And now on to size comparisons. Here's Jazz. Here's Wheeljack. Here's Trailbreaker Braun. Here's the Jet Judo. Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. Forgive the paint. I was working on a custom. And last but not least, here's Hound and Mirage. So my final thoughts on this gift set, they're all great figures. I'm glad we got a repaint of Jazz and Wheeljack, and we also, you know, we got a Sunstreaker if you didn't get a chance to get him at Earthrise, and then we also got Trailbreaker. But also, the star of the show is Hound, and that's only because of the situation with Target and Hasbro, which I will not get into detail with because that is old news and I will not be holding on to the past. But yeah, that's that. I love Hound. I love this figure so much. Even Detritus, my cousin has. I play with it. You know, it's the same figure, but I love that figure too. But yeah, that's that. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I definitely absolutely recommend this set. If you missed out on any of these guys, get this. I believe it's still on Hasbro Pulse, but it'll be alright. That's all for today's video. Make sure to click the link in the description for all my social medias. It is a link tree, so you'll see my Instagrams, even my Snapchat. You can add me on Snapchat, and my TikTok. So please follow through and stay tuned for more. That's all for today's video. Bye-bye.
Sometimes cowards do survive.